Hello, my name is Carl Olhoff with Adherent Apologetics. This video is part of a playlist where me and Zach go through a video posted by The Atheist Voice titled 78 Questions for Christians. Zach just did question number 1, so here's question number 2.
Is Anne Frank burning in hell right now? How about Mahatma Gandhi?
Is Gandhi burning in hell? Well, if he accepted Jesus Christ as his Lord and Savior, then no. But if he didn't, then pretty sure he is. Now, for those of you who are historically illiterate, Gandhi died in 1948. He was the leader of the movement that liberated India from the oppression of Great Britain. He's literally the father of the peaceful protest. He paved the way for Martin Luther King Jr., and without him, a great deal of fantastic social change never would have happened. In order to bring about this social change, Gandhi embraced Christian ideals more than most Christians. He turned the other cheek when his oppressors beat him, and he never hit them back. But as uncomfortable as it is to say, he didn't embrace Christ. So there's no way that I can say he's in heaven. In fact, I'm fairly certain that he's in hell. Ephesians 2:8-9 makes it very clear that your works aren't going to get you into heaven. What you do in this world is not going to save you. So when Christ says that he is the way, the truth, and the life, no one comes to the Father except through him, he doesn't mean that there's a chance to get to the Father any other way. He's very clear that accepting him as your personal Lord and Savior is the only way to get into heaven. This is what Christianity has claimed for thousands of years, and it's been really the staple of Christianity. This is our creed, saying he is the way, the truth, and the life, and that no one comes to the Father except through him. That's what everything about Christianity hangs on. If you can get to the Father without Christ, what's the point of Christianity? And what was the point of Christ? I'm almost certain that Gandhi did not accept Christ during his earthly life. So if you don't accept Christ, I'm sorry to say, but it's hell. Hell is separation from God, and Christ is the way to God. Now, we can be exceedingly certain that no one is going to enter heaven once they've been sent to hell. Matthew 18:8, Revelation 14:9-11, Revelation 20:10, and Daniel 12:1-2. These are all very clear that hell is eternal. And even though these are just a small scratch on the surface of all the verses that say hell is eternal, there are still some that would like to claim there's a way to get out of hell once you die. They claim that when hell is referred to as eternal, it's not the eternal state of the people that are in hell, but it's rather the state of hell. That hell itself is going to be eternal. Now, that would make sense if hell was just an eternal fire. An eternal fire itself can exist, but hell is also described as an eternal punishment. And what is a punishment without someone who's punished? You can't have one without the other. If someone is punished, there's a punishment for them. If there is a punishment, there has to be someone who is being punished. So if hell is an eternal punishment, as is described in the Bible, then there has to be someone who is eternally punished. Also, just a little food for thought, if you think that you can get out of hell and into heaven, then it only seems right that you should be able to get out of heaven and go to hell. I mean, the two are polar opposites, are they not? Heaven is life with God, hell is life without God. So now if heaven and hell are polar opposites, then if you can get out of hell and into heaven, you should be able to get out of heaven into hell, right? Oh, actually, maybe not. Think about it. If heaven and hell are polar opposites, Okay? And we know for a fact that heaven is eternal. What's the opposite of eternal? Temporal. If hell is the exact opposite of heaven, hell has to be temporal. So, in light of this, and keeping to the Bible, it's not necessarily true to say that heaven and hell are polar opposites. Heaven is just life with God, hell is just life without God. Okay, well, that's just a little bit of a diversion in logic for me. Just something fun to think about if you wanted to, or you could just go take a nap, which I really want to go take a nap. But honestly, it's a biblical truth. It's well established that hell is eternal. And if you think about it, if hell wasn't eternal, it's just temporary punishment for sin. That sounds a lot like purgatory, doesn't it? Sadly, Gandhi is most likely in hell right now. If you don't accept Christ as your Lord and Savior, there's no way you can get to the Father in heaven. Christ is the way, the truth, and the life, and no one comes to the Father except through him. No matter how good you are, no matter how many people you save, it's all about your relationship with Christ. Now, if you enjoyed this video, you want to see more, make sure you like, subscribe down below. It's completely free. Support us on Patreon. That's not free, but it's cheap and it really encourages us to keep going. Yeah. Watch out for the next couple videos. This is going to be fun. It's going to be really fun.